Hi, this is Madeline Krellman for MIP 418 Group Presentation, and we are called Soundtrack Your Brand for Finance, Funding and Innovation. One of the core features of our company is to easily create custom soundtracks for your business, setting the mood and tone for a cross-brand cohesiveness. We want you as a company to be able to schedule different soundtracks throughout the day to keep up with your business. And soundtracks can be fine-tuned in countless ways: energy, levels, genre, decade, mood, beats, and more. We also have an explicit lyric filter, which means that if you're a family-friendly business, it will stay that way. We have over 300 curated soundtracks available for you to choose from, and you can easily import playlists from Spotify, which will be generated into a soundtrack. SIB is licensed for business, unlike consumer services, and no hardware is necessary. It's all contained on one easy-to-use app. For funding, Soundtrack Your Business is a venture capital backed business. So venture capital is a type of financing that's provided by firms or funds to new businesses with high growth potential. Funding is given in exchange for equity or an ownership stake. Like many businesses, Soundtrack Your Brand has undergone several rounds of investment. As of January 2019, they have completed 5 rounds. We've done it in seed rounds, which is the initial capital used when starting a business, usually for personal funds or family friends, and it usually covers initial expenses and aids in attracting attention from venture capitalists. Here you will see a visual demonstration of our investment history so far. And our first investor is Balderton Capital. Balderton Capital are Europe's leading early stage venture capital investor. They're focused exclusively on European founded tech companies at Series A of their business. Their funds have totaled $2.6 billion, and they invest between 1 or 2 million into ambitious companies with potential to disrupt huge industries. They have a portfolio of Bookertable, Carwow, Depop, Cobalt, List, Versatile Collective, and Big Fish Games. We also have Industry Fondon, who are an independent venture capital fund focusing on technology and life science companies. They're an evergreen fund. Their fund has close to tripled in size since inception, and they believe that a company will be worth substantially more after a few years. Actively involved in the companies they invest in, offer advice, support, which we most certainly need as a startup company. Their portfolio include Oatly, Trialbee, Scandinova, Fast Travel Games, Funnel, and MikeVac. We also have Wellington Capital. They have over 20 years being the leading European venture capital firm. They focus on early and growth stage technology companies. They raised and invested 5 generations of VC funds and invested €640 million into 120 companies across Europe. Main focus now for them is value creation, and they have offices in Munich, London, and Zurich. And they have a portfolio of Y-Plan, which was sold to Time Out in 2017, Spotify, Wall and the Gang, My Taxi, Festa Ticket, Inocian, and Alando, which was sold to eBay in 1999. And then we have Telia Ventures, and they're a venture capital arm of the Telia Company, a telephone company and mobile network operator. They invested in SIB after working with us, and they offer streaming services to their customers. They have quite a limited portfolio, but they soundtrack your business with us, and they also did Apparetto. Investment, you and the brand. So today's investors do not only want to make sure that they gain positive returns for their ventures, they also want to make sure that the impact on the wider world is to benefit of all. So this is called impact investing, and whilst investing into this company, many like to support it as an environmentally safe, friendly company that has no harmful byproducts. That aside, investors commit their money for basic reasons: to make a profit, to be tax efficient, and to participate in interesting products which might add social value. I'm delighted to announce that we've attracted some great venture capitalists, and the money has been invested is being used to really boost the potential professionalism of this brand. Firstly, with working capital, we have paid for the running costs of the office, for the licensing of the product and salaries, also the running of the APP. When this company started, some of the investment money went into sculpting the brand and making sure it looked as clean cut and easy to use as it does today. We now generate our own working capital rather than relying on the investors' capital injections, and the investors are benefiting from the returns of the business and shares that have been held in the business. The reason we have not needed to rely on our investors 5 years into incorporation is because we use their money as a tool for promotion and to hire the best people in the world to make sure our app got mass global market exposure, which in turn vastly boosted our sales and the product. So this now allows us to create and further develop beta versions of the app for consumers to try and give feedback so we can tailor our future research and development into individuals' particular needs and requirements. Finally, in 10 years, we aim to have 3 base offices open in London, UK, New York, USA, and Beijing in China. The reason we will do this is because we would have put a research development team together who can tailor the app to fit the different cultures that it will be exposed to. The way we will be doing this is going to trade fairs all around the world to sell our app in other parts, and once we have done this and gained the interest of worldwide, we will open these bases, and our stocks would have boosted once opening these bases, and our investors would have made a handsome amount of money. So what's the soundtrack of our future? Well, in the future of this business, we want to be working in well over 150 countries, giving them the ultimate soundtrack wherever they are, wherever they go, whatever they do. We will be there with them. But even though we currently have the resources to do so, and the investment will help, we want to make sure this service is still well run and streamlined in order to not compromise the experience your brand will get. And in terms of expansion, in order to thrive, we must expand. Good news was made to be shared after all. We plan to increase our investment by a total of 3 instalments of $3,000 quarterly. This would be due to the following: investment uses, rent office space internationally in order to ease expansion and give each sector a personal hub, pay for 3 different digital marketing campaigns aimed at potential clients using information from corporate social media pages and networking from LinkedIn, form a paid partnership with streaming services to help streamline use of our product. How will it grow? Well, the use of investors' money detailed above will mean we operate in over 150 countries, meaning that over 20 clients in each sector by 2025, bringing a possible over $6,000 per return per quarter, allowing investors to make their money plus $3,000 profit per quarter, plus financing for all future expansions. Thanks for listening.